Jacob didn't seem to find that amusing. He's
No,
like pretty silent.
Well, this is the thing about
I
Jacob.
have to text her to say like, "Hey, I'm busy right now."
Yeah, that's the thing about Jacob. He's always on
He
the
wasn't
clock.
even listening.
Whenever he's not on the clock, he's always on the clock. You know, if it's not Lowe's, then it's Girlfriend Patrol 501. You know, it's like
Yeah. Well, while you're texting her, tell her to get another job. So that she can bring in the bread.
oh, damn right. No, I just like to think of this as like the quarantine cast, you know, like we're all back in like our
COVID's back.
Yep, COVID's back. COVID V2, we're back, baby. Oh fuck. You know, that was the original reason why we started this podcast to begin with. Well, not because of COVID, but just because like we just didn't really have anything else fucking going on. And this was when prime time when we were actually like friends and like talking in Discord, and now we're just like acquaintances. You know, it's sad, but we can get into that. Welcome to the Pain in the Brain podcast episode. I actually have to look it up this time. I think it's 23, which is it's crazy.
Am I supposed to see your camera?
Oh, do you not see
I
it?
can now. Okay,
yeah, there you
now
go. Yeah, I fixed it. So yeah, what episode is this? Ashton, as like our second number.
It's 23.
It's
unless
23?
you recorded at 23 and didn't upload it, because I was very sad throughout my whole week.
I know. I'd see. Here's the thing. We missed last week. It's a shame. It's because what was actually funny about it was so Jacob wasn't available all that week because, you know, he went to his second job with
my girlfriend's birthday was last week, so
yeah,
I had to go
the
down.
whole week was his girlfriend's birthday, by the way. Yeah,
I
whole
had
week.
to leave.
The classic birth week. We all have one of those.
She wanted to go down to Fort Lauderdale, so that was a couple of days, and then that was
Is that south?
Yeah, that's south.
That's near Miami, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
and then
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale has like nice has a nice beach and a nice city. It's just a very like fancy place to go to celebrate her birthday.
You know what else is fancy?
What?
Winter
Our
Park.
sponsor.
That's like 20 minutes from Orlando.
It's true. See, he could have easily just clocked in for an hour, you know, at his third job, just doing the podcast. It's once a week.
Oh, you're talking about me. Let's talk about the other fucking guy.
Okay, well, that was my point. So Jacob was assumably unavailable, right? Because he was spending all week with his celebrating his girlfriend's one-day birthday.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's all right.
So
she's gonna love listening to this one.
time is relative in Sequoia's universe, and so it just works a bit differently. But with Matt, this is funny. So I thought all week Matt was booked. You know, obviously Matt being the James Bond of the group, as Jacob has coined now.
He's just fucking everywhere. He's like, literally, like today, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to Epcot." I'm like, "Oh, okay." What about the next, like, South Carolina? It's like, "Oh, okay. Where are you gonna be next time, Rockledge?" And it's like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
he's constantly on the move. I don't know when this man's gonna stop, but basically, yeah. So then he brings me my balls yesterday. My dad, you know, when he moved, he was giving away a bunch of his stuff, and he gave Matt his like old bowling ball kit. So it had like a couple bowling balls that he had, and I remember when Matt first got him, he actually he couldn't bowl with them properly because his fingers are fucked. You know, like his thumbs are too fucking like small. So
really,
just yeah, because he's got the toe thumbs.
Thumb.
Yeah, he's got like those toe thumbs.
I never noticed. Hadn't looked at his thumbs recently, I guess. I should pay more attention.
You just don't know him like we do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, he never used them, and then he's like, 2 years later, he gives them back to me. He's like, "Yo, you want these?" And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Otherwise, I'm just gonna throw them away." And I was like, "Okay, I'll take them, I guess." So then he comes over and he brings the bag of balls, and then we're just talking for a little bit, and we're like, so you know, I made a joke like, "Oh, you know, honestly, we should just start recording this because, like, you know, we're all here." And he's like, "You know, what's funny about that is it would have been better for us to do the podcast last week." and not this week, because this week I'm busy, and last week I wasn't really that busy. When the reason why we didn't do the podcast wasn't because Jacob wasn't available, because I would have done it regardless if I had somebody else. But it was the fact that he had told me that he's like, oh, it's like exam week, and I'm like grinding, and I'm like, yeah, no, fair enough. And then like every night he's just on Siege for 4 hours. So like,
Hey, okay, listen, it'd be like that, all right?
No,
'Cause
no,
I was
no.
doing the same thing. I was on that final exam study grind all week.
Yeah.
Literally no social life. But then like you'd start studying and be like, I could study for the next hour,
Or I
Yeah.
could play Overwatch.
in my case, I'd
too.
play some Overwatch too. You
Yeah.
know, or whatever.
No, I get it, but I'm just like in that like frame of mind, I'm like, could just clock in for like 1 hour. Like,
Right? No, absolutely. And sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I just feel that you know, it kind of sucks that we have to like I mean, it made sense. We did that before, like having to schedule time for each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Because our lives are, you know, all in different places. But it just sucks now that we have to that it's hard to even fill in an hour somewhere. Like we can't even just like talk for an hour, like because everyone's schedules are like out of whack, you know.
I feel like we all definitely can. I think everyone just kind of blows up their own schedule, like in their head, to
No,
like fill up
100%.
every
Yes.
single space of the day, and be like, "There's no way I can do that. I was planning on doing this the entire time." It's
Yeah.
like, there'd be days I was like, I was planning on studying the entire day, but like realistically, I'm not gonna do that. Like my mind can't study for 9 hours straight, so
Right.
obviously I'm gonna take a break at some point.
Right. Yeah, you
could
need a
study
break.
for
Yeah.
12 hours a day. is what
Right.
he's
You
saying.
just try to predict your like how you're gonna feel in the future, and like we're always wrong 100% of the time.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's a reoccurring thing for me because in my
Yeah.
brain it's like I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's not like I don't know if it's narcissistic or if it's like ego driven, but in my head I'm thinking like I'm the only one that fucking gives a shit about this podcast
It's
anymore.
the ego.
I'm the only one that cares because like I'm the one scheduling everything. I'm the one asking everybody like, okay, when are you free? When are you available? And it's like I just feel like I want the rest of my people to care. You know what I mean?
Hey, well, you're the manager, man.
I
You're the
guess
host. You're the host.
I need to make everybody sign an NDA.
Yeah. Yeah. Jacob and Matt are just co-hosts, dude. They're below you.
They're just both. Yeah.
That's
However-
just him wanting to start more drama is what it is. That's what he's
Well,
doing.
absolutely, but
He
also
just-
it means that you have to do everything else. So.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
And they just have to speak.
Yeah. But so Ashton, it's been a few weeks since we last talked to you, since we last spoke. You know, I think it's really interesting to it's honestly, so last time you were on the podcast, we talked about how like you're still in all the like the branding, like your name is on Spotify listed as part of the podcast and all this stuff. You're
Rightfully so. Yeah.
your existence is still in the art, you know, that we use for the podcast. And I think it's just really funny to kind of keep you in there just so that when people like, if we ever have people that go back and listen to all the episodes and they still see you marketed on the podcast platform, that they're just like, this Ashton dude, he just misses like every episode. He's like never here.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty rude in that way.
You're more busy than these two. You just
Yeah. I just simply don't care, you know?
that's what I'm fucking pissed about.
I'm only a co-host, you know? It's up to the host to figure all that out. you
For
know?
real.
And I mean, I'd do it all the time, but you know, I live a little bit away. So it's a little
I
inconvenient.
live. No, you just leave it at that. I live.
I also just do be living.
No, but here's the thing. Yeah, so yeah, this is gonna be probably the regular way of doing things now over Discord like this because we literally in the next few months we will have no place to really like or any way to really sit down and record something together.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when we're all in Rockledge, we can figure out a way to do that. But like as far from now and to the beyond, however long this podcast lasts, we'll probably just be doing it over Discord until you know, until they invent like some sort of teleportation system that we can actually just, you know.
I'm actually working on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my senior design project.
How's it going?
Well, I'm currently on Discord.
So not that well, it's not that good.
You tell me. Jacob, why are you on your
Yeah,
phone, man?
let's talk to Jacob. What the fuck is going on?
Jacob,
Sorry,
is our conversation just not interesting enough?
No,
or
it is interesting. It's sorry.
Yeah?
I just have to fucking finish
interesting
this
enough for you to
text.
look at your phone and not?
I have to finish this fucking text.
No, go ahead. We'll wait.
Oh, so it's interesting enough that you'll talk to someone else during it.
I'm not trying to talk to someone
Like
else.
somehow
I
that's
just need to finish
that's a defense. Okay.
Really-
You're not talking to someone else? Then who are you texting? Your
I'm texting
AI on
Sequoia.
Snapchat?
Yeah, I'm texting the AI on
it's
Snapchat.
it's ChatGPT. We've been over this. His girlfriend's ChatGPT. No, but Jacob really does just clock in to work.
Yeah.
Like this is literally
Yeah.
what it is. Just
Yeah.
it consumes his life. A girlfriend is like a job
Right.
in a lot of ways. Like it's
Sure.
a lot of responsibility to be a part of someone's life like that. You know.
But it's like, you know how you're like, you don't like that I don't care, and I just, I don't show up to the podcast, but Jacob doesn't show up.
I
know what I'm saying?
I understand that
Do
completely.
you get that?
I completely
Like,
understand.
I'm not there, but Jacob is like, he's present, but he's not there.
Right. He's like here, but he's not here. You know.
No.
He's not with us here. You know.
Jacob, give your defense.
I don't know what else to say. I mean, you're probably right.
Impeccable.
He just gets another text message and he's just going back on his phone.
Mm.
I'm just making sure is all.
You can hear him, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay,
I just
yeah.
want to make sure that you can actually hear him because, even if he decides to speak, I just want to make sure he's contributing something to the conversation.
Yeah, he's there.
Hi,
So,
Ashton.
all squinty-eyed and... What time did you get up today, Jacob?
I got up like maybe an hour ago. 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I actually set an alarm for this morning, but I didn't end up using it. I actually ended up waking up at like 7 because for whatever reason my body just decided to wake up. But it was good.
Same.
Yeah, it was good because I finished the last season of Better Call Saul in that
Let's
time.
go.
Let's go.
All right. How was it?
I love it, dude. It was incredible. You were like... I remember you were talking about it when like they were still releasing the episodes. You're like season 6, dude. Like season 5 is like whoa, but season 6 is like ooh, and like you're right. It just does not stop the entire time, and it's like I feel like I wanted to know how every scene was gonna end.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's like I thought it was like a really good final season because every other season builds these characters up so much in all their plots, and like season 6 is just about finishing all of it,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah, it really season 6 really just like ties everything together. Even every plot thread that was left open in season 5 or even like in Breaking Bad in general, they just kind of close it in a nice little like bow wrap that isn't, it's like bittersweet in a lot of ways. A lot of people had problems with season 6. They kind of feel that from what I could gather that the events kind of are a bit like convenient, or like the way that the story kind of ends for a lot of characters is like very just like quick and sudden. Main point being Ignacio, Nacho, or
Poor Nacho.
or what's Lalo. Those characters, people think that their ends to the story were a bit sudden, and how they wrapped it up. But I think that actually that I don't mind that, because I think the way it works in the story, it's showing that like the classic gangster like lifestyle, a get rich die young, you become part of this like big system, and then like the only path to the end is just a downfall. And it's really funny to see people argue that like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are like glamorizing and glorifying the drug cartel gangster lifestyle, and like, dude, it's so cool and so awesome to be a gangster.
No.
Everybody fucking dies.
Yeah, literally no one story works out, not a single one.
Yeah. Only Jesse makes it out okay, but even then he's got fucking trauma. So
He's
like,
right.
So like he's fucked mentally,
Yeah.
Um,
I think Lalo was probably like one of the most intimidating villains.
Yeah.
Villains, as if like everyone in the show isn't just like a horrible person somehow,
Yeah.
you know?
No, but he's definitely up there in terms of horrible person. Like, if
Right.
there's like a level, it's like he's up
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I'll try to avoid spoilers, I guess, but like that scene where
Yeah.
he shows up, I was like actually like on the edge of my seat because like I don't know, dude. It was like the first villain. I was like genuinely like scared of like what they were gonna do, you know?
Yeah.
Even though like it's weird because you watch Better Call Saul and you technically like know how it ends, quote unquote.
Pretty much,
Like
yeah.
you know like what characters aren't gonna be in Breaking Bad, so like you know,
Right.
kind of what's gonna happen, but like also you don't.
Yeah.
I just think it was done very well in that sense.
Yeah, the interesting part of the whole show is introducing all these characters and how they make you care about them, even though you know that they don't like exist in the you know the pre to post Breaking Bad like universe. So like they make you care about these characters, and then they just exit the story, and you're just left like, damn. But back to like Lalo, just really quick to wrap it up and all that stuff. Lalo, I think is one of like the greatest villains ever written, just because I love like how you can make a villain so lovable, but also like twisted as fuck. You know, like he is not only like the first scene he's introduced, he's kind of like this goofy wacky guy, you know, he's making tacos, but like you know, there's a sinister quality to him that's like underneath. And you know, when you fuck with Lalo, you getting fucked up. Like and I just think it's that like switch in a character is so interesting that I really want to hear Jacob's thoughts on it.
Lalo is a very interesting villain, as he is.
Just trying to make sure he's listening.
For sure.
As Gus is, this is one of the few people that Gus is actually terrified of. As you can see through the course of season 6, that Gus is mortified that this fucking guy's alive and that he wants to do everything in his power to kill him, because Lalo is really just Gus's equal. He's on the other side of the coin, really. And even Gus wasn't afraid of Walter, even towards the end. He didn't really give a fuck about Walter. But Lalo, on the other hand, was this most, like... It was like the boogeyman for Gus. And he just didn't understand, like, how he can kill him. Even towards, like, the end, when Gus is, like, shooting at him, you can see how, like... How he keeps like pulling the trigger even though the gun is empty, because he's just so fucking scared.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't really like thought about that. It's like even like comparatively to like the cartel like whole leader, like Gus didn't. He wasn't even worried about him throughout the entirety of Breaking Bad. But
yeah, well, that's because like Jacob said, that's like a great way of putting it, is that he is the boogeyman to Gus, because he literally, everybody else like can maybe have their suspicions, but Gus thinks that he's doing the right things to make them think that he's still on their side. Whereas Lalo's like, he's always been the skeptic. He's always the one to like just look underneath and see like what's really going on, and he's putting his nose in places where he shouldn't belong. Like motherfucker goes to Germany.
Dude,
just
that
goes
so cool.
just leaves for like a few like episodes. And he's like, I'm gonna just hitch a plane to Germany to do some investigative work for the cartel. Like, and nobody asked him to do that. They thought he was dead. They're just like, I'm just gonna go to Germany. But yeah, so. I mean, I didn't get to ask it on the top of the hour, Ashton, but how's been your week since post podcast 2 episodes ago?
Like I said last week,
you told us last week you were a bit
no
sad.
social life. I pretty much just played games, watched Better Call Saul, and studied.
Nice.
I was in my room for a very long time, and then I just finished my last exam last night.
Let's go.
So, yeah.
How'd that go?
That specific exam, it did not go well. I kind of expected it not to go well, but the question is, did I fail enough to pass? And that's really what matters, because it's for dynamics, and it's just, I'm not gonna talk about it because it's super boring, but it's like It's just something that like physics is like something I've just never really understood. Like my mind just does not think that way,
Yeah.
Real.
and I've always just gone by with failing enough. So it's worked so far. All the classes are fine. I enjoy those, but just that specific one.
Ashton called me last week.
I did call him. Yeah.
I think I was driving down to Fort Lauderdale, and he was like, and he said, "Hey, I was listening to the new podcast episode, and I just gotta say, I think the segment about planes disappearing was not boring at all."
I didn't. I really didn't.
Again,
Did you?
I didn't think it was boring. All right, my take on it was that it wasn't boring. It just went for too long. Like it seemed like the conversation stopped like 3 times, and I was like, okay, let's get to something else. And then they just kept going, and I was like, I don't have like any like take on it besides what they're saying, so I can't contribute any like valuable conversation to what's going on.
That's when you make up a take, one that you don't really believe, and you just exaggerate some sort of take that's bonkers, but it's fun to listen to. You know?
Yeah, Ashton, we need you back on the podcast. You know, you really
Listen,
got the mind for it.
You guys
The
talk a lot
Socrates.
about how I like watch Twitch all the time, which I honestly really don't. I have it all on the background a lot. I don't like really like. I'll never sit down and be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch a Twitch stream. Like, I don't, dude. I'm a Zoomer. I don't have the
Yeah,
the,
motherfucking
the
called
time
himself
to
a
pay attention to
Zoomer.
that. Hey, you guys are too. All right.
I like to say I'm like a pre-Zoomer post Gen X,
What?
like in the middle, you know.
Don't even
millennial?
think about it, Ashton. Just say okay.
You mean post millennial? Gen X was like our parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm like pre-Zoomer post.
So you're
Gen X.
skipping millennial and going pre-Zoomer,
not
but
a
you.
Zoomer.
I'm like in the middle, you know.
You're your own thing. Isn't the next generation like Generation Alpha?
I don't fucking.
It just resets.
No, I think they're going by like Greek letters now.
Oh, really?
So like the next generation is gonna be called Generation Alpha, and that's awesome. Like I'm jealous. But it's also unfortunate for the Generation Alpha when they're Generation Beta.
Yeah, it's also
They just gotta live under that shadow for the rest of their lives.
yeah, it's gonna be also unfortunate when Generation Alpha is just like the worst generation.
Yeah.
But then again, that's just how
Yeah.
us oldies will think of all the other generations that come after
yeah,
us.
I mean that's always how it is. Every new generation, seems like the worst one, you know.
Yeah, like the generation where they invented the atomic bomb. They're like
That was pretty cool.
yeah, they're pretty cool, right? We look at them as like the. I think there's a point where like boomers just become like kind of like Chads again. Like we're like the people who are so old. We're just like, bro, you invented the plane? Fuck with that. Like I appreciate.
I don't know. Okay, so it's like it's always based on like every other, right?
Yeah.
So millennials hate boomers.
Mm-hmm.
Zoomers dislike their parents, so they dislike Gen X, and then Generation Alpha is gonna hate millennials. That means the betas are gonna hate the Zoomers,
Yo. Well.
and that's a battle they're not gonna win.
Yeah,
so-
dude. Fuck those betas.
With a name like Generation Beta, good luck.
Um.
I don't even remember what we're talking about.
We were we were talking about you were just going off on like watching Twitch and something. I don't know how you came
Oh.
up with this.
Listen,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
because
Give me
I
a
learned a
second.
lot.
I'm gonna be
Sorry,
shamed for this, but I have to be right fucking back.
All right, Ashton. Well, we'll just continue the podcast
Okay.
that we had this
Anyways,
whole time. It was us
so-
anyway, so it's fine.
It's really fine because it's not gonna notice any difference. That was mean.
No,
Sorry.
it's okay. Jacob's the guest this episode. Jacob's the guest. It's fine.
I learned a lot about like content creation and how like you make it as a Twitch streamer, and that
Really?
you just
just by
be
watching
fake.
Twitch.
Yeah, well, people talk about it all the time because it's no secret. It's like you
No,
just
it isn't.
exaggerate yourself.
Well, yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, like just like because you have to, being a content creator, yeah, you have to like exaggerate a form of yourself, or like basically you can't really be fully real because it's all the performance. Whatever you
Right.
put on a camera, you're like it's just like in our subconscious that we have to put on an act. There's no like true 100% genuine quality to how we
No.
act on a camera. I know that fucking straight up.
But it's like I feel like people do that like every day, even when they're not on camera. Like being in any social situation, I feel like people like feel pressured.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't.
No,
the look you're
dude,
giving me
you're
seems
so
like
you're so real for this take, and I. This is why I want you on more podcast episodes because you're just the realest motherfucker out there.
Hey,
and I'm
get down
so
and dirty
down
with
for
it.
these real conversations.
I have no problem getting to the nitty gritty of all topics. Okay.
I'm so down for you, Ashton. Hit the nitty gritty. Hit the.
Hey. So yeah, the socioeconomic.
All right, we're done with that. We're done with that. All right, but good segue for bringing up Twitch because I want to talk about. Did you hear anything about or what's going on with like Adin Ross and Hasan and all? What's going on with that drama? Did you hear anything about that?
No, indulge me.
Okay, so basically, to sum it up, so Adin Ross and iShowSpeed, they're like two of like streaming's biggest, on the platform. I mean, like, Adin Ross is on Kick now. He got banned from Twitch. And
they're in the Twitch community. We call them the part of the WL community. Which, if you look at their chat, they just spam W's or L's or anything like that.
Yeah. You're like, yo, W in the chat. Let's get some
Right.
W in the chats. Yo, he needed that money. Yo, he needed that to pay rent.
When I watch Twitch, I watch the Poggers community, which is people that spam like emotes and Poggers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The two bash heads a lot, but go ahead.
But so basically, those two, so they've been abusing YouTube's copyright system for a while now. Basically striking down a bunch of smaller creators' videos that do like commentaries on like their Twitch streams and like what they do in the streaming space.
Yeah.
And so they're just trying to basically like just deplatform any like negative notion about them, or in to an extent that like the work is like so like well defined under fair use with them like just basically they're literally doing commentary over a Twitch stream. And like they're just using clips from a Twitch stream to like, base their argument like you would in any like sort of like argumentative thesis. You got to cite your sources, all this stuff, right? So it's completely constructive, completely under the under the boundaries of fair use. And we had kind of this issue like a few years before with the H3H3 when he was like high on like commentary videos before he switched to just doing podcasts all the time, which is like, fuck it, it's what we're doing. It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the entertainment base now. But so he was he basically had this lawsuit where it created like the new way that we define like or we rule out copyright laws in content creating. So he's the sole reason. His case is like taught in like law textbooks now of like dealing with certain like copyright issues. But that all being said, so Adin Ross and iShowSpeed, they're abusing this with like this like pretty much fake, allegedly fake corporation that's like striking these videos down. They allegedly they made some like just like some business that does that for them, like oversees their content. But Adin Ross fucked up when he went after Hasan. And basically, so the whole thing is that Adin Ross strike down Hasan's video that he had like that was over like a year or two ago. Basically, it was a VOD that Hasan's editors had like edited, cut down. Basically, it's just like a conversation argument between what's his name? Fucking Andrew Tate and Hasan. They're just basically having a debate over Discord or Zoom. And it's a VOD from Adin Ross's stream because Hasan didn't record it. So he just used the VOD from Adin Ross's stream and then cut it down. His editors, just basically edited it down to their conversation. And then Adin Ross striked it because he's like, dude, that's my content. Like, you're stealing that's my VOD. That's like my content. And like the only contributing factors that Adin Ross brought to the stream, or his VOD, was him just saying, yo, W in the chat. Yo, look, that shit's fire. What he just said, fire. Like, he's just reacting to it at that point. He's not like contributing anything. And so then Hasan's like, yo, bitch, I'll see you in court. This is fucking like real shit, basically. And just to summarize it, Adin Ross then takes back his claim and basically pulls out. He pussies out. He's like, he got scared or whatever from the threat. And so he took an L. L, Adin Ross. L, W, Hasan. L, Adin Ross. I really wish Jacob was here because he is Hasan's #1 hater, and I really want to get his take on how he feels about it. Like, does he think that Adin Ross is in the wrong? But then again, he hates Hasan. So like, what, Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. So Adin Ross took the L. But I still think it's a issue because they're still taking advantage of these smaller creators that like if he didn't take advantage of the copyright system over Hasan, it wouldn't have brought to light all these smaller creator issues that are basically can't do anything, because if you have a small community, you're not going to get a lot of outreach or anybody paying attention to what's going on with your issues. So yeah, that's basically just what's going on. And I was just wondering if you heard anything about that.
No, I hadn't heard anything about that, but it's like I know I don't know if it's copy strikeable, whatever, copyright strikeable.
Yeah.
What, I don't know what the word is. But I do know, like, in terms of Twitch streams and uploading VODs to YouTube, there's kind of like a mutual like agreement or respect about who does it.
Yeah.
When people do it, usually it's whoever's channel it's on. But I feel like, I don't know this for sure. I just kind of assume that it's mutually agreed upon, like, beforehand. Or if, like, because it's usually, like, friends that do streams together. Or so they just kind of don't do it out of respect. Yeah. But obviously, if you have someone like Hasan and Adin Ross, I don't know the relationship. I'm assuming they don't get well together.
Especially not after this thing, too.
No. So, in mind, I feel like Hasan uploading it is probably maybe like out of like spite a little bit. Also assuming that they didn't agree that like Adin Ross would upload it. Do you know if he ever actually did or not? So
all I know is that basically the main crux of his argument, like the reason why he's like he knows that's his VOD and he claimed it in the first place, was that his editors, Adin Ross's editors, told him that Hasan left his like socials at like the bottom where like, because he just clipped the VOD and didn't like edit the VOD visually in any way. So you can clearly see Adin Ross's like Instagram, Snapchat socials on the bottom, like in any like Twitch streamer for like their, HUD or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so Adin Ross is like, dude, like that's my watermark. Like that's my content. And Hasan's like, you're a fucking scumbag. And then Hasan finds out that Adin literally later on, like around that same time, when Adin went to join them for because he like had a meetup with them somewhere at like a mall or whatever for shopping, just to do like an IRL stream, and it's Hasan's stream, and he just clipped Hasan's VOD and put it on his channel with no editing or anything. And so Hasan's like, I could strike this down, do the same shit, but no, it's fucking stupid. Like I'm not gonna like it's that mutual understanding between two creators that's the issue, and that's like the whole basically that whole like drama. It's kind of pretty much fixed itself for the most part, except the fact that the smaller creators are still at they can be still fucked with because they don't have as big of a platform as Hasan.
Right. Well, the truth is like we could talk about all the minute details about the relationship between streamers and who uploads VODs, and like YouTube income and all that, but like the truth is it doesn't matter because if you're popular enough that your VODs are even getting uploaded at all,
Hmm.
whether from another streamer or from just a viewer who just clips it on Twitch and posts it, then income isn't a problem.
Right, right.
I feel like that's only like an issue if like posting your VODs is like your main source of income on YouTube or something like that, or like because I know a lot of Twitch streamers like they'll either start on YouTube and stream at the same time, and just kind of grow in both ways just to mutually benefit both platforms. Um, but it's like if you get to the point that like your viewers are uploading your own VODs, then yeah, it doesn't matter. Usually, like anyone I watch, they don't care if like people upload like their content.
Yeah, yeah, and it's also like a thing where it's like, you know, if you upload someone's VODs, you know, or any like videos, if you just republish it or redistribute it, it's usually considered a good thing because they can, it's getting
Yeah.
out to more people, like it's
Right.
reaching more people.
No, exactly.
So yeah, but that's it. Just wanted to touch on that for a little bit because that's like the only like relevant in terms of like big industry media influencer drama that's happened. Because we are a general topics news the podcast.
Right.
That's what we set out to be from the very beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're moving to local news, right?
Yeah. We're touching on that. I just
Like you're talking about all the hot drama going on at the University of Central Florida.
There's been a recent development in our apartment's water line. They shut off the water for like a day or two, like
Completely.
yeah. So they shut off the water like a few days ago, just for like a few hours in the day.
Oh, okay.
But then they sent out like a flyer, like a notice on everybody's doors saying that like, yeah, there's like some like weird shit in the water. So like, we're testing it in like the whole water stream in Orange County. So like they're testing it, but just, you know, just be cautious, you know, what you do with the water. So I was like, oh shit, that's awesome. And then I turn on my sink when they turn back on the water, and there's like this silver like spewage that comes out for like a split second. I'm like, oh shit, that's like mercury. That's awesome. Or that's like lead or something. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's mercury, but it's definitely some sort of metal.
Yeah. So I was just like, that's awesome. So I was like, I'm just gonna get lead poisoning in the next few days.
You know, that's what I'm going to school for, is to improve that.
Yo,
so I may be working on your water line soon enough.
You can be the realest motherfucker out there doing it.
I can help you out.
Yo,
I'll expedite your problems.
W Ashton in the chat. Can we get some W Ashtons in the chat?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think Jacob's up to?
So, being as he rushed out the door like that, chances are what's happened is Sequoia's on break and she wants to talk to him.
You think that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
You think that's the only
I
possibility?
guarantee it's nothing important. I guarantee. Bro, that woman controls him. Like Sequoia, if you're listening, you know, you non-bodied, you're not real, but if you're listening, like the man what?
It's not good to piss off robots. I've seen enough movies.
ChatGPT, if you're listening, your man's is a good man. He's very respectful. But when we're filming the podcast, I don't care what it is. Just don't text him for an hour.
Whatever. No matter what.
I don't care.
What if she's dying?
Bro, if she's dying...
What if her hard drive is like overheating or something?
Bro,
like that?
if she's dying and her hard drive is overheating, what is he going to do?
Buy her a new hard drive.
Right. Okay, so like let's be realistic about this. If she's dying, right? And this isn't me just being like emotionally disattached. If she's dying right at this moment,
yeah,
he's like an hour away, a good drive from where she lives. What is he gonna do in that span of time?
Yeah,
you know, he can't do anything here. Sure, after the podcast, he gets a notification like, "Oh, your girlfriend's dying." Then he's like, "Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go to the hospital now." You know,
yeah.
But like realistically, you know, like what are you gonna do?
But like, what if? Okay, so she's
I watched.
an hour
I
away.
finished. I finished watching House all 8 seasons, so I kind of have that like thought process in my head. You know, like
Right.
I
right,
also
right. What's done is done.
Yeah, I also fixed my car recently. Like
Oh, so you're on top of the world right
dude,
now.
I feel like a fucking. I'm an engineer. Like I
Probably more so than me.
like I took off both my wheels, replaced my rotors, fucking replaced my brake pads.
Wow.
And I got to place a wheel bearing. I did this shit all myself. Manual labor is me, baby. Nobody paid
YouTube?
me shit. What?
YouTube?
Nah, off the dome.
You just saw it. You
No, I was
nailed-
just like, okay, unscrew that shit. All right, that looks right, and then like just put it in because I knew from like previous like understanding of like cars based on like
Yeah.
what my dad has told me like what the error could be, and then I just kind of like made a theory, and I was like, okay, if I fix this and it's still going on, then this is the thing that I gotta fix, and then like that, bro. I felt like House. I was like doing like shit in my mind, and I was like, bro.
Mhm.
I'm House. I like
Yeah.
watching 8 seasons of House has prepared me for this exact moment. And like
And it's crazy. You know, when we first met, I saw you and I was like, he's kind of like House.
bro,
That was my thought.
That's my cane right there. That's my
Yeah.
fucking cane right there.
Yeah.
I just walk around that when I'm thinking. I walk
Mhm.
I walk with it just to think cuz it makes me feel something.
You need a beard, dude. I
I
know
really
in,
do
like
need a
all the
beard.
movies when like people are like scratching their
I know,
beard and they're
I
going
know.
like this,
I know.
thinking. And so I was like, bro, no one really does that. I do it all the time,
Dude, I do it with my my really like pubescent excuse for a beard. Like
Oh, yeah.
like when this is all grown in, it's like it's not thick. It's the hair is there, but it's not thick
Yeah.
enough, so it doesn't really look anything pronounced. So like I'll just be like twisting it. I even like twist this shit sometimes. Like it's not much, but I can still like fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need a beard. I think I'm about getting like maybe like 10 years time if I don't have a beard, because my dad said he didn't start really getting a beard till he was like 30. If I don't get one by then, I'm just gonna get a transplant.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get
Really?
some pubic hair on my face. Yeah, probably something like that.
Oh, so you're gonna do your own transplant, or are you gonna get professionally done?
Oh, I'm just gonna, just like I did with the car, I'm just gonna fix it myself. You know, I'm just gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a little bit of glue.
Yeah, just a little bit of glue.
Have you ever tried a thing where like people get like really angry and like try to like
Just make
you
it
know
happen.
grow it out, like poof it? Yeah. You ever seen the SpongeBob movie?
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think, dude, I use like the like chia pets. There's probably some sort of like miracle growth that you can like put on there, right?
Well, yeah, there's definitely beard growth here, but like, what's the fucking point? Like,
Well, people also say if you like shave the area that you want to grow out like a lot, it'll grow faster. I don't know if that's true, if there's
Yeah.
some sort of science behind that.
no, that's a myth. So
It sounds wrong.
what people have, what I've heard is that people say like if you want something to grow in thickness, you shave with like an electric razor.
Yeah.
And if you want something to grow in length or whatever, to grow longer, you shave with like a clean shave, like all off, and try it again. But like I've been doing that for fucking since I'd never had hair. So like,
Well, I see, because I've used an electric razor like around my entire facial hair throughout the entirety of high school, and then like I stopped like half a year afterwards, and they just grew in like pretty decently.
yeah, I mean, you look great. You look amazing.
Thanks, man.
Um,
But it's like it didn't really require much effort, and I was like, well, maybe it's because I shaved it 30,000 times
yeah.
and never let it do its thing,
Mm.
and then I was like, be free.
Like, you can't see it because the camera quality is so shit. But like, when this grows in, it's like it's very patchy, but it's like there's like some fuzz there. And like same thing with here and here. I really want to go for my look that I want. And this is the thing that sucks because I don't have a thick enough mustache or soul patch, but I want to go for the look of Tangerine and Bullet Train.
Tangerine and Bullet Train.
He's the white one. He's the white guy.
Oh yes, yes.
The way his,
I think you could do it.
Yeah, I can almost do that. Like that, I love his hairstyle. I can almost do that with my hair, and so I really want that look. I think that would be fire. You know.
I'm just looking up a picture to get a real.
Yeah, you're good.
You're not far off from it now.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You're pretty close.
Yeah, I just need more like thickness in the facial hair. You know.
It looks good.
Yeah, I know. I really fuck, especially in a suit. Like I got a new pristine suit in the closet next to my pantry right there.
What do you have a new pristine suit for? What are you doing?
Just in case I need it.
You just got one?
Well, just in case I need it for like the double feature when I watch like the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer.
Okay. I have had the same pair of dress pants and dress shirt since like freshman year of high school. I've like not used anything else for any sort of fancy
We
event.
gotta go suit shopping with you, Ashton.
Listen,
you the realest man. You the realest man, and you wearing.
As soon as I have like any sort of expendable income, sure, dude, we can go crazy. Let's do it. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, honestly, let's do it.
You know what I think should come back is Jacob's chops, his mutton chops.
Dude, that was a legendary era. That was right. Like I think that was maybe, I'd say that was like a year into him and ChatGPT's relationship, and like, yeah, that was a golden age for Jacob. I was like him with like a bucket hat, bro. He looks just like Soap from fucking Captain Price from Call of Duty.
I'll be honest, on a personal level, I don't think it looks good. I will say, however, it is definitely iconic.
Yes.
I could get used to it.
Yeah,
you know? I definitely could.
I was used to it. I loved it. That shit was.
Did you actually like it,
dude? I love any because I guess I think what it is for me is that if you have any form of facial hair and you like fuck with it or mess around with it, I'm just like, bro, that's fire. Because I don't have any. So, like,
because fair enough. I see that and I feel like they got to be doing this ironically.
Yeah.
Like I like because I see people with that and I feel like they almost do it for like attention, which isn't necessarily like inherently a bad thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you want to show off and like you want to like I don't know, be yourself and like reveal it in that way, sure, why not?
Yeah. Look up
but it's like if you want me to take you seriously, like you got to take away the evil magician mustache.
No, dude, I think that's fire. Like being able to still have like a commanding presence and a respectful like have people respect your opinions and take you seriously with some like messed up facial hair or like hairstyle. Like look up fucking right now. Look up Zac Efron from Beach Bums real quick. That I think would look fire on Jacob. Like you know how people like design like shit in like the side of their heads, like when they cut their hair. Like he has that in the movie, but he has like tiger stripes for like a beard. You see it?
You want Jacob to have that?
You see it?
Yes. You want Jacob to have that?
That shit's fire.
Yikes. You genuinely think Jacob can pull that off?
Dude, he can pull off any look, bro. He's got those ocean blue eyes. You know,
okay. Jacob can have the mutton chops, and I will take him seriously with the mutton chops when he has a boat. When he owns a boat, he can have the mutton chops.
He just needs a pontoon boat, like a tiny little boat.
Any boat, I don't care what it is.
Pontoon boats are the best. You know, you just have like a little motor, and maybe if you like your motor runs bad, you can just use your oars.
Yeah,
fishing on a pontoon boat is awesome.
But like any I guess like a luxury boat or like any like relaxing. I don't know. What are the different boat types?
Just because.
The standard.
Look up another thing. I think the in Titanic 1997. I think the captain of the ship has mutton chops. Look it up. I'm pretty sure he does. I could be wrong, but from my memory, I remember him having mutton chops.
In the movie?
Yeah, in the movie. Does he or does he not? He's like a silver fox guy with like mutton chops and like a captain's hat.
I don't think he does. No, he's got a whole thing going
on. Fuck. I was like, yeah. But no, yeah, you're right. The mutton chops would be fire if he was like the commander of like a like Jacob just becomes a pirate.
Yeah. Or yeah, he could have his own sort of like navy. He could start his own country. I know he wants to do that. Jacob's a huge history buff. I know he wants to lead an army. He probably looks up to Napoleon. But like pre-dictator Napoleon.
Yeah.
You know
no,
what I mean?
He definitely looks. Those are his like idols for sure. Because
sure,
because he's a big patriot for someone who's never voted. You know, he voted for that fucking tax bill, but that was it. I mean,
that was it. He went in and just
I'm
did
pretty
that
sure.
one and left.
I don't know. That's like the only one that I know he voted. He was like he voted for like to make the minimum wage like $15 or whatever, and
of course he did.
And then
sorry,
Matt,
this is not a political podcast.
and then Matt gave him shit for it. It's like, dude, you're gonna like fucking, we're gonna have to pay so much more. Like, look at the gas going up. The gas is rising.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that there. There's no point in talking about that.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, whatever. But what's more on topic to talk about is, you know, the fact that there's like an empty like frame in my.
Yeah, Jacob said he'd be right back.
Yeah. Here, I'm just gonna scoot over a little bit.
I believe that was half an hour ago.
Yeah.
Disk space remaining for recording 7 hours and 30 minutes.
What?
I only have 7 hours and 30 minutes left of recording left.
Oh no! How are we ever gonna get through this podcast?
I don't know, man. We gotta hurry it up.
We only have 7 more hours.
What you been gaming these days?
Okay, so that's pretty. My choice of games is very limited because.
Besides Halo.
Yeah, because the thing is right now I'm at a point where I have so many games that I've bought on Steam that I've been just in my library for years, and I really want to play them. Like I bought the whole like collection of Half-Life games. I bought all of like the whole Max Payne trilogy. And I bought that shit like 2 years ago, and I haven't played it. Just because I wasn't at a point where I can like sit down and like, you know, play through something, because it's a commitment once you play a game. Like you have to be really committed, and like, because I just finished 8 seasons of House, you know. Like I was committed, and now I'm like, and now the funny thing is once I finished House, I was like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do at 10 p.m. at night? Like now when I go to sleep, I'm just sitting there like, okay, what's like a good podcast topic? And I'm just like looking at like fucking drama or whatever that's going on. You know, I'm just like watching the news, which is fucking weird. But I mean, yeah. So like last night I watched Interstellar because I've been watching a lot of just watching Christopher Nolan's whole filmography. Wanted to get that done.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's his most ambitious movie, but I wouldn't say it's his best. What really annoyed the fuck out of me was that the perspective changed from anamorphic 35mm to fucking IMAX like every 5 seconds. If you don't know what that,
I hate it when that happens.
Okay, so what it is basically is that it goes from like the bars on the screen to like a full screen.
Oh, okay.
So that really pissed me off because like every time I noticed it, and I was just like, why couldn't he just shot this whole thing in fucking IMAX? Like, I get that IMAX cameras are fucking expensive, but you're Christopher Nolan. Just shoot the whole goddamn thing in IMAX. It really pissed me off. Like, but anyway, so like for games, I just haven't really been able to sit down and play one. I really want to, but now I'm at a point where like, shit, I'm trying to make a movie this summer. So do I really want to commit time to playing a game? Because then like if I just fall off and don't play a game, then I'm like, but I didn't finish it.
Well, you can always finish it. You gotta play a single player.
Which is why I don't want to crack open this fucking Berserk book yet, because even though it's been like 2 years since Jacob's handed me this thing, I don't want to open it.
You're really gonna read it.
I don't want to start it and then like have to stop. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to. It's a commitment.
I'm honest, dude, you've had it for 2 years, and I just find it hard to believe that you're actually considering reading it.
Bro, I've been considering reading it for 2 years.
There's no way. I don't believe you. I feel like you're just making that up. And if you are, that's good. You've been taking my advice.
But like, so I just don't like it. The biggest thing for me is commitment. Like, with a lot of things in life, you know, like committing to relationships and all this stuff. You know,
about like a single player game. Want something you can pick up?
No, but that's the thing. Like, yeah, single player game.
Just whenever you feel like it.
Yeah. Halo 3.
No, stop.
But yeah, pretty much all I've been playing is Halo and Rocket League. And
Rocket League.
yeah, the only reason why I'm playing Rocket League is because it fuels those two games, I guess, can fuel my like competitive edge that I have, like Halo is just casual enough where I can play it and still cream over people and still have fun, because I get it. Sometimes there are social lobbies that are very competitive in that game, but yeah, and then Rocket League is just strictly just like trying to improve, but like I can't really improve because I play 3v3, and if my teammates are shit, I get fucked. So there's really no point, but I continue to suffer. But yeah, no, Halo is really funny. Like yesterday I was playing a game. It's like 9 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. It's Tuesday, and I was like playing a game, and then so I play an MCC, and I play like 3 different Halos. So I play 4v4 on like any game mode for Halo Reach, Halo 2, and Halo 3. And so it stuck me in a Halo 4v4 lobby with the same people for 5 games in a row. And I was like, this is like the only Halo Reach lobby right now like going on. So we played I played against these guys 5 games in a row, fucking destroyed them every game, and I felt so bad because the best part about those old Halo games is they have open mic lobbies, so you can hear everything that the enemy team is saying every time like you play the game. So I just keep hearing the guy like give call outs to his team, like, oh, they got rockets, and like I'm just like, no, we don't, and like just like countering everything he's saying, and then he's like, he'll just start raging at his team like, you guys are doing fucking nothing, can I get some help? And I'm like and then at the end of the game I'm just like, GG everybody, you're doing great. And then there's like there was this one guy, his name was Noble Goose, and he always bottom fragged on the team, and I was like, when the game was about to end, I was like, come on, Noble Goose, I want you to double your score right now. And like then he'd get like 3 kills. I'm like, good job, Noble Goose. And then the game would be over. But yeah, that's really fun. Just because like multiplayer games aren't like that anymore. You don't get experiences like that very much anymore. Like I play Halo, and like most of the matches are very silent, I'm like the only one talking in the games. Sometimes I'm just like a teammate I'll take the sniper, and then a teammate will shoot me, and I'm like, no, it's my sniper, it's my turn. You gotta take turns, buddy. And like but like I'll get no response, I'll get no reaction. So it's like they just kind of feel like a desolate, secluded wasteland when you hop in there.
Well, I also feel like just the people playing games nowadays is different from what it was like 10 years ago. I feel like there are a lot more like casual gamers that play now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. It's been a lot of things, like with the introduction, like the biggest change was the introduction of party chat. And like how that basically changed the whole entire gaming space in terms of community, because everybody just started getting into private party chats, and nobody would be talking in game. And now with the popularity of like Discord, when that came out, like Skype, TeamSpeak, Discord, when all those things came out, then it kind of like amplified to like, okay, well, everybody just has a Discord now, and no one's speaking in lobby.
Right. Well, party chat was okay because you could be in a game, and then you could send someone a request to join your party chat.
Yeah, that was the cool thing about it. Yeah, is that it was all in console.
Right. But with Discord, you can't really do that because you have to like send a Discord link, and then you'd have to send it through a chat, and then they'd have to paste the exact link in the search bar, and it's just like, it's not going to happen. Like, it's way too inconvenient.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really enjoy the person you're playing with in that game to want to go join the Discord server.
Yeah. Xbox was truly ahead of its time. They created the party chat system, and that was amazing. And like that's probably the best it's ever been. It was probably like 360 party chat, because it fit the blend where you could have party chats, like private party chats where they're invite only or friends only. Friends could just join like it was literally like a Discord but on your console. And then like you could just you could mute the party chat and then you could just talk in game, and it was so seamless. Like there would be very little like user input you'd have to do.
Yeah, you just had to hit one button to switch.
Right.
Um,
How is it playing Overwatch now with like?
well, that's what I was gonna kind of talk about. Is like Overwatch 1 when it first came out is like usually like if you play competitive, a lot of people would be in the game chat.
Right.
On Xbox, it'd vary. The higher in ranks you got, the less people you kind of heard in the chat. Mostly because, well, it was on Xbox and no one could type. So it's like you either had to speak or you couldn't communicate with your team at all.
Right.
Like there's no ping. What are you doing? There's no ping system, no nothing. So you had to speak if you wanted to talk to anyone. But on PC, you'd have a lot of people in game chat. Some people take it seriously, some people just mess around. Whatever, it is pretty standard. But now in Overwatch 2, it's like it's a miracle if you get 1 or 2 people in the voice chat.
Yeah.
Like people will be silent all game, and then they'll complain that you threw at the end of it when you lose.
Yeah.
Like that's just the Overwatch experience. Especially I play support. Like that's the role I play.
L medic L.
Pretty much, yeah. And I pretty much you're only blamed if you lose.
Yeah.
Right? But if you you could win a game and like have like average heals and like average like play okay, and people be like, yeah, hey, good job. Good support.
Right.
But if you lose, like you tossed the game. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault that we kept dying.
Right. I haven't. Overwatch is good for that competitive itch every now and then. But I made it up to like Masters, which is like the second highest rank, not counting like top 500 of like people.
That's impressive, being only support too.
I mean, not really. I don't know. I've always kind of played support, so it's like years of experience.
Just take the credit. Yes. It's
Thanks, man.
You're so humble, dude. How can you're so real that you have to be so humble.
The problem is like if you get to the highest rank though, you can only play or queue with one other person and say competitive. Or like you can queue by yourself, but like I can't play with 4 other friends anymore. I can only play with another person in that role.
Right.
So it's like I get punished if I get better at the game, and that's not something I want to do.
Right.
So I like in my mind it's like I made it. I beat Overwatch.
Yeah. No,
I was I could try to get higher, but there's no point.
Right. And now that if Matt was here, he'd be like, "Well, that's why Siege is the best game on the market right now, because no matter what rank you are, you can play with anybody."
Dude, Siege is fun. I really enjoyed Siege when like we were all like playing it every single day.
Yeah. Did you?
No,
I remember those. I remember those days, and your reaction to playing Siege was much different.
I don't know. Maybe it was, but it's like maybe I just remember all the good times.
That's normally what repressed memories are.
Well, okay, because like I didn't really enjoy it from a competitive aspect, but it's like at that point in the game, I knew enough that I could stay alive.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, right? I can't go back to the game anymore.
Yeah.
People are simply too good at it. And like I don't want to take the time or investment to like figure out all the little nooks and crannies to peek, or like have a 0.005 reaction speed to like any slight movement so I can kill someone by shooting them in the kneecap. That's not what I find enjoyable in a game.
Yeah, because I literally played with Matt like probably like close to a month ago. Last time I played Siege with him, because I only play with him or get to talk to him like either once a
What's going on? All right.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
So what happened was, the recorder died while I was just speaking. Good thing I just caught it though.
That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, I really need to get like an external battery for this thing, because it's just running on AA's right now, and they only give like maybe 3 hours of battery life. So it's good for like 2 episodes, and then we're kind of screwed.
So then you gotta have 3 more if I'm to fill out my 7 hours and 21 minutes remaining of my recording.
If we recorded for 8 hours, dude, I wouldn't have to worry about the podcast for the next 2 months.
It's perfect.
It's honestly genius.
I don't think I could talk for that long.
Oh, sure you can. All right, we're back. But yeah, no, so yeah, I played Siege with him like a little bit ago, and I was playing with him and his other friend, Yusuf, and we just fucking got demolished every game. Like,
Really?
There were some close games, but like for the most part, we just got our asses handed to us.
Yeah.
And it was just because like, yeah, like you're saying, like these people are just too good. Like I think I'm doing all right, you know, for not playing the game in forever, but like.
Mm-hmm.
Like these people, like they just can't do anything. Like you can't change it, and they're constantly updating the game, so you're constantly having to, you know, figure out the new meta of the game. You know,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so good at Halo, because it doesn't change.
Well, it's like a new Siege patch would come out and be like, oh, this person can have this scope now, and be like, oh, this changes everything. I'm like, does it?
Yeah.
What has changed?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be happy about this? Am I supposed to be sad about this? Like, why does this matter?
New scope.
It's just a different way to look forward. What
New
is that?
scope changes the game.
like that's so weird to me.
Dude, I think it's so funny. I just like when you said that, I just pictured Matt being in his room, just like, dude, no way, this changes the game.
But it's like, that's why I play Overwatch, because I play Lucio, who is just like this frog boy who can jump across all the walls.
Yeah.
And like I could just turn off my mind and, you know, have like some ADHD moments where like I just get pure like adrenaline rushes from just, I don't know. It's like, props to those people who can do that, who can play games like that and
Yeah.
like, have that level of mind and
Yeah.
thinking.
Like I was thinking today, it's totally true, and that's for every game. Like there's always elitists in every game. Like I was popping off today in Halo, and I was just like,
Yeah.
there's people that are way better than me. like I literally,
Oh, yeah.
I watched this guy on fucking YouTube called Fat Rat. I recently just started watching him. He goes fucking 37-3 in like almost every game. Like. And he uses like a sniper. Like it's crazy. Like his level of like accuracy and the way he's like, some would call it luck. Nah, it's fucking skill. Like you got to be so skilled at the game to have like your timing and the sense, like to pretty much be coordinated with your sensitivity of your controller or mouse and keyboard, whatever you're using. Like you have to know your shit, you know. And it's really impressive. That's why I'm gonna be a competitive esports gamer from now on. Even though the Halo esports scene has died, I'm gonna bring it back.
Hey, I believe in you.
Thanks, man.
I think you can do it.
And
I think if anyone can bring back the Halo esports scene, it's the Pain in the Brain podcast.
Yes, sir. And that's why you're that's why you're the realest motherfucker out there. That's why you're so real.
Honestly, something I've thought about getting back into is speedrunning games.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but I used to speedrun Portal
back
in the day. And I was able to beat it in like maybe, I think it was like 40 minutes.
That's good.
Like the whole game. Which is not like fast by any means in terms of like the average like time people will get, but like I was like pretty proud. I was like, wow, I could beat a whole game in 40 minutes, and like it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of getting used to.
It's a rush when you get it down.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of practice. But it's like when you like have those moments, like, whoa, I can like actually do this now. It's like it's pretty cool.
Like
it's like playing an instrument.
You're like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Like, whoa, I can speedrun games.
Right, exactly. I'm red pilled out of my mind.
Yeah. Neo in The Matrix was the realest motherfucker out there. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
still is.
Still is.
Andrew Tate got nothing on it.
But I mean, I would hate to end it there, but I mean, I'm having so much fun talking with you, Ash, and it's nice to catch up. You know, you really make this, podcast worth it. And I'm so happy to have you as a part of the Pain in the Brain podcast as a co-host,
Thanks, man. I'm glad I could be both Matt and Jacob today.
You really filled both roles. You
Yeah.
talked about competitive gaming, which is all Matt, and then you also brought up like just weird niche critical news topics like Jacob. So you really bridged the gap there. So
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. But so I guess that's pretty much it. I mean, because we could keep going, but
Yeah, it's a shame. I had an idea for a game I wanted to play, but
oh really? Fuck.
it's just me and you. Well, I'll wait till next time.
God damn
Yeah.
it! Why?
I'll wait. I don't know. I think I would have done it anyways because Jacob really didn't seem that invested in what was going on.
What's the game?
But, you'll have to wait. It's a surprise.
Fuck you! Oh my god, you
It's a
blue
surprise.
balling me. All right, now I'm taking it back. You're not the realest.
Hey.
You're not the realest motherfucker out
Hey,
there.
you know what you should do? I actually had. It was a new idea I came up with. Is you should do a riddle at the end of every podcast, right?
Okay.
But you don't reveal the answer until the next podcast. But you reveal it at the end of it. Or
Okay.
maybe just at some point in the middle. So that people have to listen to the whole thing if they want to hear it.
It's not. It's not bad. I mean, yeah, it's really not bad. The only issue is that like I explained at the top of the hour, my other two co-hosts don't care enough to put that much effort into the show. So
I'll do it. I'll record you a soundbite and you can edit in.
all right, dude, you're back at the realist. You're back as the realist.
Never left.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
What?
Riddle me.
Oh.
Riddle me up, Ashton.
Okay. I said this one already.
Oh, you said it already?
Figured out. Yeah, it was a while ago. You figured out pretty quickly. Jacob still has yet to figure it out. I'm sure Matt can figure it out pretty quickly too.
Okay.
But a farmer
Mm.
has a farm.
Mm.
E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Okay. So, listeners, if you want to know the reveal of that riddle, be sure to tune into the next episode of Pain in the Brain podcast. Ashton, where can they find this podcast?
Ooh. I feel like I said this last time, and I feel like it's still kind of like it's irrelevant because they're listening to it now, right?
I know. Just do it. Just do it. It's
In case you're listening to this on a radio and playing in a Walmart.
There you go.
I find my podcast on Spotify.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure you could probably find on what Apple Podcasts,
Apple
or is it Apple
Podcasts.
Music, or is it combined?
No, it's Apple Podcasts.
YouTube.
Yep, YouTube.
On YouTube.com. Sorry. Wait. How does it? Yeah, YouTube.com/Ashton Movie Review.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I kind of remember how the hyperlink went, but that's it. It's YouTube.com/Ashton Movie Review.
Yes. For all your general and up to date movie content.
Or I'm sorry, is it the Ashton Movie Review?
Yeah, now it's the Ashton. Yeah,
The
because
Ashton.
the other one,
So-
the other one was a copy strike by Adin Ross. So.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't get that one anymore.
Mm.
So yeah, I think that's about it. You should have like an official like closing.
You said this last
Like
time you were
a-
on.
No, but I mean like a statement.
Oh,
Be like,
okay.
Like-
I got you.
like-
Yeah.
Okay.
As we embark down this journey of talking for an hour and 13 minutes, I just want to say to all the viewers listening, all the viewers and listeners out there, that we appreciate your time and cooperation, as this was actually a ploy by the CIA to get more information from your guys' routers and internet providers. So thank you very much for giving us your IPs. Fuck you. I'm here with the realist, Ashton, and we're peacing out, baby.
you're gonna say that every time.
Stealing all your data, bitch.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
That's pretty
We'll
good.
Workshop it. We'll workshop it.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Bye.
Bye. Fuck this.
That was good.
Thanks, man. I really tried.
Are you gonna remember that? every single
remember
time?
that we're
Word
stealing.
for word?
I don't need to remember that we're stealing everybody's IPs. We're doing it. Like,
Oh.
I'm just being honest. I'm being real.
No, but it's got to be like exactly like word for word same phrase, you know?
Oh, like okay, so I see what you're saying. So it's got to be
Like I listened to um the podcast with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, I think his last name is. It's called the Bad Friends Podcast.
Mm,
And at the end of it they always say thanks for being a bad friend.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
So we should say something like take your meds.
That could work. Yeah.
Remember to take your meds.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
There you go. Yeah, remember to take your meds. Goodbye.
Oh, you're still going. I already ended my audio recording, so you better not.